What's good, YouTube? KC the Quiet Warrior here. In today's video, gonna have another NOFAP topic. Like I said in my previous videos, pretty much everybody know about NOFAP already. I'm not gonna say everybody, cause it may be some people that don't. But I'm gonna bring this, content on here anyways, because it's helpful towards your self-improvement journey, especially if you're dealing with that problem, or it's reoccurring, anything. But anyways, into today's video, I want to talk about is do not be complacent on NoFap, and also don't count your days. Now, these are two main key factors that help go into you succeeding on your NoFap journey, because these two things can really set you back as far as mentally setting out what you are trying to achieve, or just create that discipline in general on your NoFap journey, because these things will both hinder those things that I just said. They will both hinder your discipline on your NoFap journey, and as well as the goal that you may have set out that you are trying to do on NoFap. And the reason I say this to not be complacent on your NoFap journey is because, I mean, man, it's just really important. Like, it's not just a a regular thing that you withdraw from. It's not just a regular thing that you could just step away from and easily be able to take a break from it, or discard it from your life. Like, especially depending on how addicted you may have been to it before you got on your journey. But either way, regardless, it's not an easy journey to go through, and you definitely gotta have the discipline, the willpower, the courage, all these things to be able to get through this journey and succeed on whatever goal you may have set out, or what you want to achieve. And so with all that being said, like I said, these two things play a key role and factor in hindering you succeeding, because you have to understand, like I just said, it's not easy to do this. It's gonna be failures, it's gonna be roadblocks, it's gonna be trials and tribulations. And this is the thing you need to understand on your NoFap journey, is that you're not releasing your seed. You're not releasing. You're keeping in your sexual energy, your sexual life force, which is probably one of the strongest energy forces that humans can have. Like, it's not just like I said, anything you could just take a break away or withdraw from. You're holding in all that sexual pent up energy that's not being used, and just sitting there being complacent. It's just stored there and not being used. And this is the main key factor of why you may be having so many frequent urges, because you aren't doing anything to expend that energy and to take that energy and put it into other things. Because either way it goes, it can't be destroyed or created. And energy. So you have to be able to do something with that energy. You can't just keep it sitting there pent up and built up, because that's your life force. That's literally your life force. You can procreate with that. So that's really the whole reason why you don't want to be complacent, because with all that energy, you're bound to have urges because you're not doing anything to expend that energy. And so when you hold that in, it's like when you bottle in your emotions. When you hold that in, all those emotions, and then you can't take it anymore, you explode. And that's, how you relapse on NOFAP. So you got to be able to find productive things to do in order to, expend this energy. You got to find fulfillment in your life. You got to be on your purpose in order to build and solidify that discipline to, achieve the goal or something that you are planning out to do on your NoFap journey. And like I said, a lot of people really don't know this because, this is the downfall to them, relapsing. And I'm not saying, I'm perfect or anybody's perfect. You're bound to have, relapses. You're going to relapse because life is a cycle. Things are bound to repeat. So you're going to relapse. So don't be fearful of that. Just know it will eventually happen, but while you're on this journey, you want to try to at least, build that discipline and, whatever goal you wanted to set out to do or achieve, you want to strive for that and make sure that you achieve that. And so, know that, you're bound to relapse, but you want to have these things in your head. So therefore you have a higher success rate of, achieving the goal that you want to achieve on your journey. So you need to, once you're doing this, once you already started the NoFap journey, which I say probably like maybe 70% of people aren't even doing, they're taking in the content but not doing. But just by you already starting it, that's a good note. You're starting off on a good note. But you gotta do things to expend this energy, because with all that energy it's bound to build up and create urges. And these urges could really be, harsh on you, you know what I mean? They may be hard to overcome. And that's why you need to expend that energy into different things. You need to expend that life force energy into putting it towards your purpose and what you want to do, doing something productive, doing activities and things like that, productive things to expend that energy and not keep it build up. Because when you sitting there and you not doing nothing, it's not being released, it's not being used, it's not being expended, it's just sitting there. So it's eventually gonna build up to the point where you're gonna start having urges and you won't be able to resist it. So you got to be able to do these things in order to have a higher success rate on NoFap. So just understand that you can't be complacent. You got to expend this energy because it is your life force that you're holding on to, and it's bound to build up and make you have urges. You have to be productive. You have to find productive things to do to expend this energy. You have to be on your purpose and do things that actually have fulfillment in your life. And yeah, those are really the things you have to do in order to overcome this. Because being complacent and not doing anything on NoFap, it won't get you anywhere. You could try, as many times as you want to, but if you're not doing anything with that life force energy being stored up and built inside of you, you're bound to have relapses, you're bound to have urges, and you're bound to not achieve the goal that you may set out for yourself to achieve. So just remember that, and just do that every time, so you don't end up, not meeting the goal that you may wanted to achieve. Just remember that, because it's very important for your chances of having a higher success rate. Remember that. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Um, you know, get this video out to as many people that you know that are into self-improvement, category of YouTube and things like that. And peace.